Hey, I'm Ronan. This is.
Nikolai.
Nolan?
And Isaiah.
And we're reviewing How to Train Your Dragon. We'll be back after the break. Hey, again, we're reviewing How to Train Your Dragon, a movie we just watched, and God damn it.
I thought it was great. I thought it was a really great movie. I remember going to see this in the theater when this came out, 2010, right? I would have been 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember just coming out of the theater thinking, man, my life sucks. Because I thought this movie was just the coolest thing. And it still is. I remember thinking, like, I would do anything to just have, like, a dragon crash land in my backyard. I wish my dad hated me like this. But I would have gotten my grind up. That's the thing. If I was getting hated on like that, I definitely would have done exactly what Hiccup did. That's part of the draw for this movie for me, is that I could really put myself in the main character's shoes. I like it.
Yeah.
When I went and saw this in the theater, when I went and saw it, I was like, this kid is like a god. What is going on? My life sucks.
That's what I'm saying.
How can this kid get a dragon and just live life? Can I just have my own little mini dragon and raise it and then fly it around and save the world myself? So I put myself in his shoes also. I was like, this kid is... Can I be friends with this kid and get a ride on his dragon at some point?
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I know. I watched this sometime around the same time I watched Transformers. And it's that same kind of thing where it's like, loser kind of kid finds some awesome thing and suddenly, everyone loves him. He gets the girl. He gets to go on an awesome quest. And as a kid, I was like, I could do this. And I was always waiting. I was always waiting to find some sort of creature or some sort of like magical object. And I'm still waiting. I think it's gonna happen eventually. I'm not on that part of the story yet. I'm still in my warm-up arc. But yeah, I remember as a kid, it really had that dragon, like, the dragons really stuck with me. Before that, I was never a dragon kid. I was like a dinosaur kid or like a Cars kid. But now, this was a very definite shift in my attitude after that, and I've definitely loved dragons ever since this.
Yeah. This was one of the first movies I've watched, and was a core memory, and yeah, I've loved dragons ever since. Toothless's design really sticks with you.
Yeah, that's one of the things, like, not only is it dragons, because, I mean, we've all seen, like, dragons drawn before, but this has really, like, just really unique designs that previously I had never seen before, like, anything like this. And so it definitely, like, made me appreciate, like, the art behind a lot of movies more, because I would see other movies and I was like, that doesn't really look like How to Train Your Dragon did.
No.
And because it really is, like, just a beautiful movie. And it's clear they put a lot of effort into developing the art style. Like, even the small, like, the village and all the little blocks that have, like, the guy screaming out of them. Like, little touches of, like, they could have easily just put a pillar there. But they put a little bit of personality in there. And every part of it just feels like there's a lot of love for the craft and the story. And I really appreciate that.
The fact that they went and had I already forget his name, but had him like map out like what he looked like and like how to design certain wings for it. I'm like, this is the first ever thing of improvement of a bird, and like he's doing it himself. No, he has not seen anything else. He's doing it himself. I'm like, this kid's an innovator. That's crazy that he started that and doing it, and now he's potentially gonna save other dragons and like make them wings and all that. That's kind of impressive to me, being a wanting to be woodworker. I'm like, this kid is like making it possible.
That's my goat. I love this guy.
He knows his material and then shape it.
Yeah.
A worker.
I think would you guys have done the same thing as him? Would you have tried to train it, or would you guys have taken that little baby knife and
I would have trained him.
Trying to.
I
Could've
mean,
been a
I
much
guess it
shorter
depends.
movie
How early are we
otherwise.
starting?
Yeah. How
Yeah.
Like after I've already like shot him down, because I don't think I would have gotten to that point.
Yeah, no, I never would have made the cannon in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. I would have been like, well, that's my life. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
chill out and
I'm just
make
watching.
just work on the forge, and
Yeah.
I would have been like, that is awesome. Yeah,
I would have waited.
that would have been it.
Yeah, I would have waited
not
until
be
someone else
hiccup.
shot it down. I'm like,
Yeah, and go and
scary,
poach
scary.
it.
Yeah.
Go get it. It's like, see what they shot. It's like,
Mm.
don't hurt it quite yet. I want to see where this leads.
Nah. The ADHD must be distracted. I would have made that crossbow within a few weeks.
Fair enough.
Maybe you're hiccup, dude. Maybe you're him.
Mhm.
Maybe.
I would not have known how to do any. I would not have known where to start. But
I wouldn't know how to
anything
start.
for a dragon, though.
Anything
If
for a
I
dragon.
thought like I could just shoot it down and be its friend, I would have.
Yeah.
God damn it first.
Yeah. Which dragon would you if you can't have a Night Fury? Which dragon would you want?
Light Fury.
Light Fury? Oh wait, we're skipping
That's
ahead
kinda-
though.
hey,
We're skipping ahead.
Spoilers
Heck.
for How to Train Your Dragon 2.
True. Okay.
3, I think. Yeah.
My bad.
So good.
I can't have the little one. Then I can't ride it.
Oh.
I mean, you can still have it as like a.
As a pet for a little
Yeah,
bit.
I mean, people still like Chihuahuas even though they don't do anything.
It's a fire-breathing cat.
Yeah.
Scale,
Fire-breathing
like,
cat.
I mean, it sits in your lap. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like a little companion. You could totally. You could have one of the little ones.
Yeah. So any of the ones the other riders
I guess so. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just not the Night Fury because everyone's saying Night Fury. Let's be honest.
or the other ones in the book.
Yeah.
What about the Nightmare? That one looks
Oh, the
fun.
Dreadful Nightmare.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to catch on fire while I was
No.
on it. That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
you
they
just
do
have to
that.
live outside.
You
all
just
the
have to have
time.
like a
Yeah.
fire, like fireproof shoot. Every time you would get onto it, you have to sit there like scared out of your mind. Like, this thing catches on fire. I'm not gonna stay on this thing.
Because I don't know if they're there yet with like fire protective suits.
No, they're probably not.
just-
but
they just gotta thug it out.
Make your own armor and try to figure something out.
I would 100%, I think, get the kind of like nerdy guy.
Oh yeah.
Apart from Hiccup,
McLovin, yeah.
I would probably have
McLovin.
his. That dragon kind of reminds me of like a pig. And lately, I've been seeing like a lot of like pig videos, and they're really cute, dude. Like I feel like I could see him just like laying next to me. Like I love bears too. I think I just love like really large, like
Animal
cuddly
thing.
things.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know it wouldn't be soft,
No.
but I would still lay by him. And I think we would get along. He just seems kind of like dopey, and I kind of like that energy from him. I feel like he would be really relaxing to be around. The rest of them are like too much energy. Too much energy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can eat rocks and spit magma, so
That is true.
That's true. I'll feed him rocks outside. He'll get like a little treat. You know?
A little pebble.
Yeah.
you know, a little gravel as a treat.
Yeah, just like me. Just like me. We'll have a little treat together. What about you,
Oh
Nikolai?
my gosh.
Ooh. I don't know. I could do the two-headed,
Is
Dragon thing.
Zippleneck? Zippleback?
Zippleback.
whatever.
That was
Yeah.
gonna be my answer.
I don't.
I like that one.
Because it's like you have two heads. One can feed the other one with its gas, because the other head could shoot the fire and like the gas
could
would
ignite the
ignite
gas,
it
yeah.
and just
Oh.
make it more powerful. So that's what I would try to do. I would keep that, and I was like, would use that for my well-being. I would lay next to it too. I was like, I would cuddle up, like make sure I'm right in between it, so I wouldn't get hurt.
Yeah, you'd be well trained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just cuddled in it.
The question is, which head are you riding on, if not the torso?
Ooh,
Well, otherwise you'd have to
yeah.
get another person to ride with.
Probably the gas one.
I'd probably.
personally.
Ooh,
I don't want to be close when the fire hits.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I would do. I would probably
Yeah.
do the gas because
Yeah.
would be easier because
Yeah.
you don't have that head coming at you and you can just stay there.
That reminds me, one of my favorite things about this movie, and I am gonna kind of nerd out here for a second. For like a 2010s animated movie, the lighting in this movie is so good, and it's really great that they have so many things that create like smoke effects. Like they have the gas head of the Zippleback, and they have like, I think Toothless creates a bunch of smoke like all the time, and so to have like those silhouette shots of the dragons and stuff, dude, that is so sick. That is just the sickest thing.
Yeah.
Right at the very end, when the giant like unnamed like mother one is like coming up out of the sky, and you can see like the silhouette of like all of it, and it has like the huge wings.
Yeah.
Dude, come on.
I'm so glad you mentioned silhouette. My favorite scene out of all of them is when Hiccup's trying to put on the like the wing for the first time.
Oh.
And he finally puts it on, and you just see the wing start coming
Just
out
coming
like
out.
from behind. I remember as a kid going like, "Are you guys seeing this? They're about to go!" Like
Yeah,
I
no,
was so
no.
that even now, like I watched that scene, I was like, that's just so good. Like it's so
Yeah.
simple. Like I'm sure this like it didn't take that much effort, but for some reason that scene has always sat with me. I just
Yeah.
really enjoy it.
Yeah, when he's facing the opposite direction,
Yeah.
and you just see Toothless just facing the opposite direction, his wings just come flying up. I'm like, he's about to just attack you from
Yeah.
like
It's just
nowhere.
the perfect like amount of beats for that.
Yeah,
and
just
it just works.
opens up
perfectly.
and like he's ready to go.
Mhm. Did you
One
have
of my, which one has your favorite breath attack?
Probably the Zippleback. I like the two-headed thing there.
Yeah.
I think that's got to be my favorite.
I really like the plasma blast
Yeah.
in the Night
The
Fury.
purple one is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just airstrikes in the night when it
Yeah.
took down the catapult.
That's just another thing that this movie does so beautifully is like the kind of less is war approach. Like with the Night Fury making so many night shots where like you can hear it and you just can't see it.
Mhm.
That's just the sickest thing. Like I really love how you hear that screech and all it does is like block out stars. You cannot tell what's going on. And then like later on they do the same kind of thing where they just know when to not show you things. Like I think my favorite shot in the whole thing probably is when Stoic, the best and most reasonable character in the movie, is at the mountain and that he like breaks open, and then it is that like fire cannonball thing that goes and it just goes through and it shows just like a little bit of that tunnel at a time.
Oh.
And it shows like all the dragons kind of going through it.
Swarms.
Yeah.
So cool. That's this movie is just like the coolest thing. It's such a hell yeah movie.
Mhm.
Like you watch it
Yeah.
and you're just like hell yeah over and over.
Yeah.
As every single scene has something where you're just like this is the coolest movie ever.
So
Mhm.
much dopamine, man.
Yeah, it's kind of a farm for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when the flame went downward and like all the rest of the dragons flew out. I'm like, there's one more that he forgot about, and he turns around. I'm like, he's about to come up, and the mother's just gonna come up and
Right
come get ya.
behind
And it never did. I'm like, until the last second, I'm like, this is so delayed. It needs to happen so much quicker. But the way it happened was so cool because it just pops up, and you're like, there's the thing right there.
Mhm.
You might want to start running.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not Stoic though. He doesn't need to run. Tell the dragon to
Not
start
him.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell the
no.
dragon to start running.
Yeah, it's just paced like so well. Like I've seen this movie a bunch of times, but like just as you say, like there's so many scenes where it's like it's just paced perfectly,
Mhm.
where they allow it that tension to kind of build up a
Yeah.
little bit, and then they hit
they
you with
hit
it,
it.
Mhm.
and they have like these montage scenes which I think are just perfectly done, and it
Mhm.
just keeps the pace. Cause like I get a little bit bored when I see the same movie over and over again, but
Yeah.
I was still pretty like entertaining. I could still focus in. I was
Mhm.
like picking a few things out that were new to me.
Yeah.
Hmm. Man.
Who's your
What
favorite?
about-
Oh no, keep going. Sorry.
I really like how they did the Aurora Borealis when they're
Oh,
in the
yeah.
flight.
Oh yeah, yeah, that
taking
was
Astrid
so
out.
cool.
That was super pretty. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's also just a very sweet scene. I liked it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Until they get taken to the nest.
Yeah, but then it was awesome.
But it was
And then it
awesome.
was a hell yeah movie. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
It's just like she's so scared at the behind him, and all you see is just going up to and flying up. I'm like, something's about to happen. She's about to change her mind about pretty much everything. Because this is, who wouldn't change your mind if you're flying on a dragon
That's so
high
true.
up?
Yeah.
It's the Aladdin effect.
Yeah.
Everything
Exactly. I was
works out.
thinking
If you're in the
about
sky, you're good to go, bro.
Mhm.
I
Love
always
is
felt
in
bad.
the air.
I will say I always felt bad for the mother dragon.
Yeah.
I feel like
Well,
for a
did she do
movie that's
anything
about
wrong?
like for a movie that's about like understanding and like getting over like apparent differences,
Yeah.
they're just kind of like, oh no, the mother dragon, she's just evil.
She
It's
just
like
hates
no,
everybody.
I mean if the other dragons are hungry, dude, she's hungry, dude. Like I kind of get like why she's kind of like, to her that like little dragon, that's
Yep.
like a little snack.
That's
That's
just
like a
half a
beef
French
jerky.
fry, yeah.
Yeah, that's like I always felt bad for the mother dragon in this movie
yeah.
because like
It's so
she's the one that never gets understood
No.
at the end of the day.
Where's her story?
Where's her story? Where's the
Well,
they sh-
prequel?
Yeah.
yeah. Where's
what I'm
pretty cool. Like
saying.
you have to understand her whole story, how she got to this one part
I do
where
wanna
she's
know
so
that.
mean. It's like she's just trying to show that she cares.
Exactly.
Is she
She's just
even
trying to
mean?
be herself.
She like, so there's this, are the Vikings like straight up just colonizers in this? Because they go in, they take
Essentially.
out the leader, and then they're like, you're coming with us.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Yeah.
maybe we should have asked a few
Yeah.
more questions before all that,
Mhm.
but who cares? Pet dragons.
Who cares?
Who
Pet
Who
dragons.
cares?
the
Get
bad
pet
guy.
dragons now.
Huh?
Are we the bad guys?
Nah.
Nah.
Come
Can't
on,
be,
the dragons
can't
look
be.
like that. How can they be the good guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah. What's your favorite shot in the movie?
the fire, the cannonball one. It's mine.
mine's probably the cannonball also.
The cannonball
Yeah,
is
'Cause
just
it's-
sick.
it's so
sick,
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I did say the one shot I really enjoyed. I'm trying to see if there's another one that I really loved. So definitely number one, that one shot where Night Fury starts, doing that toothless.
Toothless opens up
Second
the
best shot, honestly, I do really enjoy the like initial action scene. Like I really like how the camera just kind of like sweeps through the battlefield, almost kind of like a little dragon.
Mhm.
I always really enjoyed that, and then it obviously contrasts so well at the end.
Yeah.
And he still has that open door scene, and he's scared, even though as a viewer we're like, oh, everything's good now. He still has that fear, and he like slams the door shut. So I always did like that part, and how it kind of, that parallel
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah. Mine was probably when the Alpha and the Night Fury were battling out in the clouds. Every flash of plasma, you could see the matriarch silhouetted
Oh yeah.
in the
Mhm.
fire.
What would you rate this movie out of 10?
Ooh.
Easy 11.
Yeah.
Ooh.
11?
Better than most media nowadays.
Yeah.
I would have to probably give this like a 9 or 10 too. There's nothing about this movie I don't like. Except for like most characters not really being characters. But it's a kids movie, so
Mm-hmm.
It's for the kids.
That's alright.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Stoic, of course.
Yeah.
That's my go. What about you?
Ooh. I'd say it probably a 9.5 out of 10. It was like a 7.
Oh,
but
wow.
Watching it now and understanding what was actually happening made it jump up. Because it's
Wow.
like, when I first watched it, because I didn't understand any of like shots and how it was put together. Now I've been doing classes and stuff, like understanding this is how this shot goes, this is how this goes, this is what this lays into. I'm like, this is really put together really well. If I was a director, I would make this kind of movie, gonna make it that kind of style.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I would probably give this I gotta give it like a 9. The only thing is, like, on a rewatch, the characters do feel a little flat. And I know
Yeah.
they develop them a little bit more in the sequels, but not really. I mean, I've seen them, and they really don't
No.
get that much development. And yeah, it's a kids movie, but I'm just a big fan of like big character arcs. So definitely a 9. It just needs that
Yeah.
one extra point, but
Yeah. It is funny though, watching
is
the
funny.
twins
Yeah.
constantly battle it out. Well, I think that wraps it up.
Well, what's yours?
11.
11.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you
have
know I
pictures
got
of
it.
snow.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that wraps it up. We'll catch you next time on Cinema Sit Down.